JasonTheWeen situation is disturbing.
Where you at, Berto?
Literally just lying on the internet for impressions, bro. Yeah, you're right. It's not even lies. He's just falsely accusing me of directly involved. Okay, bet. All right, bet.
I don't know what it is. How the does JasonTheWeen have anything to do with the bro? Like,
recently, after the entire David situation that has been going down with him being put into court and him actually being put behind bars, a lot of people have taken this opportunity not to sit there and point at David and dissect the case with their chat, talk about how David is not a good person and why everything that went on is pretty bad, and basically just go over all the crazy stuff that has happened since then. Instead, a lot of streamers / clip pages have used this as an opportunity to try and sit there and hate farm JasonTheWeen because he had a couple of streams with David, basically lying on his name for attention and clicks. I'm only commentating on this to talk about the weird accusations being put on JasonTheWeen's name. I do not condone, support, or in any way aid to any of the false things that are being placed upon him and his connection with David. I want to make that very clear from the start so that when I dive into the backgrounds of JasonTheWeen along with David's connection, people don't assume that I'm trying to say or agree with all of the wild things that have been put on top of JasonTheWeen's name. That is just not the case at all. But I do still want to start from the very beginning. We don't even know any of these two in case you're unaware.
You know what I'm saying? I thought you were older because I'm 20 and I thought that was young.
That's why I call you big bro.
Yo, wait, you're 04?
05.
What the?
Crazy.
Talking about March, baby, bro. Chat gonna start calling you up.
This is the thing though, and you got to give JasonTheWeen grace. I don't know JasonTheWeen at all, but what I do probably, I'm willing to co-sign is that, bro, JasonTheWeen was probably just well acquainted with David. You know what I'm saying? Meaning that they shared some laughs, they made some music, they made some collaborations, and what I think is more than clear now is David is a sociopath. Let me explain. Sociopath meaning that he probably has multiple different personalities. He's able to, you know, laugh, joke, have fun, be quote unquote normal, but he has a whole other side of him that JasonTheWeen or probably plenty of people in David's life had no idea about. So I think to sit here and, you know, paint JasonTheWeen as like some type of evil person, as if he knew or if he was supposed to, you know, save Celeste or some shit, when he probably didn't even know who Celeste was. Probably never even met her. Like, we don't know these things, and it's very disgusting and distasteful to put that on Jason, bro. But let's continue and see what the internet's saying. But this off rip, I mean, again, unless this like clear evidence that these guys were best friends, joint by the hip, bro, they did a couple of streams together, collaborated. I mean, bro, there was a bunch of celebrities that collaborated with Diddy and fucking R. Kelly. Like, they were all best friends. No, it was business. We can't do that.
Wait, hold on. I know you guys usually skip this part of the video, but give me 1 second. I want to put you guys on real quick on a way to make some extra money that is 100% legit, and you could do it all from your phone. TesterUp is a platform that works with games to find new users just like you to test their games out. These apps and games are willing to pay new users to get on their platform because 9 times out of 10, they genuinely actually like playing the game. And the app in return ends up making money because you're playing the game that they paid you to play. I know that sounds a little bit too good to be true, but this is why I'm breaking it down for you so you understand the business behind it and how it works. TesterUp helps put money back in your pocket that these platforms are willing to pay for new users. So if you already like playing games on your phone, click the link in the description or use the QR code on the screen. You're gonna make a free account. It's completely free to do, and you can start making $10 to $20 off of games that you already love playing. This isn't a get rich quick scheme, so it's full transparency here, but if you're dedicated enough and you like playing games on your phone, there's people already making hundreds of dollars as well. Again, it's completely free to try. Use the QR code on the screen or click the link in the description. Check it out and make some extra cash.
No.
Nah.
It's over.
Nah,
it's
I'm
over.
not.
Timestamps in case y'all want to skip.
It is crazy seeing David like this though. Mind you, I'm not a David fan, so I've only heard the music. This might actually be my first time even hearing David's voice outside of a song. So just seeing him in this setting, being all cool and normal, it's pretty fucking chilling, bro, because it paints another picture in my head where it's like, boy, anyone could just be a murdering psychopath gang. Now, again, I'm gonna go ahead and hope that's not the majority of people, but it could really be anybody. That's scary, because he really just looked like a normal nigga in this one.
around. For anyone who's unaware of any of the people that you just saw on screen, JasonTheWeen is a very popular streamer who does a mix of content from IRLs to desktop to reactions to even making songs. Now at one point decided to do a collab with David, the other person you saw in that clip, who is a songwriter who's in a lot of heat right now for a ton of things that happened between him and a young girl that was found in his Tesla. But at the time, JasonTheWeen and the public were unaware of this, so him and Jason ended up doing a bunch of different collabs, from making a song together to being featured in his music video to just being around or seen with him on stream from time to time.
How tall is David? Hey, look, there's been a lot of discourse. There's been a lot of discourse regarding my height. I'm gonna just say, Jason is taller than me by about an inch.
No,
by about an
that
inch.
is not an inch,
By
bro.
about an inch, but
That is not an inch, bro.
by
This is crazy, bro. Again, I'm not gonna repeat the same thing, but fuck, it's just crazy. Like, bro, niggas acting normal as being normal. Like, you would never guess surface level this guy is who the fuck he is. A weirdo of the highest degree.
about 2 inches.
His nails is painted though. That should have been a red flag right there.
By about 2 inches.
Nah.
By about
That's
3
gonna make
inches.
some people mad.
By about 3 inches. But
Clips of the two on stream started circulating like crazy and doing crazy amounts of numbers. Along with something that aided this was the fact that Jason and David ended up making a song on stream that a lot of people adored and loved, which they ended up also filming a music video for, which went super viral. It seemed like that collab was just like any other one that was pushing David's name along with JasonTheWeen's name out there to a lot more people. Unfortunately, one day we got the news that David was going to be a suspect in a case after a body was found in his Tesla. And everybody was shocked to hear about this. Everybody was in complete awe as they couldn't understand or even see the possibility of that being David, because he apparently had so many alibis at the time, from being on tour to having this personality of some guy who would never do such a thing, to just a lot of people being very skeptical of the situation. And unfortunately for most people without a platform, them voicing how they feel about it or voicing any concerns that they might have with the information that was being released won't really be affected. JasonTheWeen had a big streaming
Now this is where I think JasonTheWeen went wrong.
audience, so anytime he spoke about the situation with David, negative or positively, it was going to get clipped and shared instantly.
Hey, I'm gonna say this right now. He didn't anybody, bro. He didn't anybody. There's no.
This is where I think JasonTheWeen did fuck up, because the crime was so heinous and so crazy. If you weren't best friends with David and had like 100% certainty that you knew what the hell was going on, I feel like that's one of those situations where it's like, yo, I don't know what the hell is going on. These are alleged. As far as I can tell, David's cool, but I don't know what the hell is going on. We not best friends. So, God bless the family of the people that is, affected. I hope that David's innocent, because that just sounds crazy. I don't know that to be the case, but these are also some crazy allegations. We got to see what comes of this. That's what I would have said. You know what I'm saying? You went out of the fence, straight up defended the nigga. But, again, he also retracted this, so I'm not going to grill him, but he also retracted his statements once the evidence was just so damning. So give him some grace, bro.
Way, there's no way he's been on tour. He didn't anybody. He's been on tour. He literally performed yesterday. Bro, do you see the videos that he makes? There's no way he's somebody. He was framed. Either he was framed or my theory is someone and stole David's car and left it in the trunk. But I'm also not a detective, so.
Have you talked about the situation?
With David?
Yeah.
Yeah, he didn't do it.
He's not.
No.
Thank God, bro. Because I was still going to listen to his music.
Oh, wow. He said he went and actually reached out to David, though. He's saying he spoke to him.
I was just worried that I'd be.
All right, well, it's still not fair to say that they're fucking best friends. But, damn, you're making it seem like you really close to this guy.
I did.
Hey, man, at the end of the day, I know I'm pausing a lot, but I guess that's the whole point of being a sociopathic murderer. Like, you're not going to sit there branding it on your chest, letting everybody know that's what you're into. You know what I mean? He's probably doing the bullshit in the dark. So it's like, really could be anyone, bro. It really could be anyone. I'm not gonna give Jason slack for this.
No, listen, he didn't do it. He literally performed the next day. If he was a suspect, the police would have been after him. He's not a suspect.
He's not just escaping the police clutches.
No, and I'm gonna perform. We're gonna perform on the 20th. Me and David.
When all this news first broke out, it would have been better for Jason to just say nothing. Because I know he's looking back at some of these clips completely mad at himself. Again, this was all before any real evidence came out and before the internet detective started collecting videos, having past live streams, looking at tattoos that David had. This is all very brand new. But even then, this is very negligent on JasonTheWeen's part to even speak or discuss this when an ongoing case is going on. So out of this entire situation, this is definitely a mistake and misstep on his part, because a lot of the internet used this as an excuse to blame JasonTheWeen for not only having a connection with David when all of this stuff was still pretty new, but also apparently trying to defend him after more and more evidence came out, to the point where he had to have his friends on stream, Lacey and Stable Ronaldo, actually defend him, because a bunch of people were trying to point at JasonTheWeen and say he definitely had some involvement, he might have helped David, he has some connection or some way knew something about everything.
Yo, y'all internet niggas, man, y'all just throw all common sense out the window, bro. Like, you gotta remember, these people are human beings too, man. Y'all gonna put that on him, that he was involved in this shit? Like, nigga, ain't no headline, ain't no police and law report come out saying that JasonTheWeen was involved in any way, shape, or form. So y'all just gonna assume that. Come on, just because you've seen him pop up on stream a couple times. Y'all weird, man. Y'all internet niggas be weird. Weirdo.
That was going on with the David case, when if you think about that for a second, that sounds beyond far-fetched.
Bro, stop with this shit. I don't know about this shit. By the way, I don't give a fuck. Y'all can call me a writer, y'all could do the, but I don't know why y'all think that JasonTheWeen has any type of fucking involvement into what happened with the David dude, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I don't know if it's the state clips. I don't know if motherfuckers are autistic. I don't know what it is. How the fuck does JasonTheWeen have anything to do with the fucking like, bro, motherfuckers lost the plot. Genuinely, have they lost the plot? Have they lost? Like, I do not understand, bro. I don't know, bro. I don't know.
Definitely shouldn't have said
15-year-old girl is, and instead of being human and being like, oh, that's horrible, that's sad, that's so evil, somehow you guys try to link Jason. Y'all realize that just because you do a stream with someone or make a song with someone, like, you guys act like Jason has absolutely nothing to do with this at all. If someone has the capability of another human being and talking to an underage girl and hiding it for years, that person is sick in the head, is a sociopath, a psychopath.
Now, obviously, the normal sentiment that a lot of people are going to have is JasonTheWeen just outspoke when he didn't need to, and when a lot of people on the internet didn't have a lot of evidence. And once more evidence comes its way, you can't delete these clips or the original stuff that you said when basically everybody knew nothing. So once a bunch more people are like, hey, we can definitely tell that David's involved in some way, we can definitely tell that there was a relationship in some way, people are still pulling up those old clips when basically everybody knew nothing. And JasonTheWeen had spoke about the situation, saying that he was innocent, saying that he was still going to perform with them, and using that as evidence to say JasonTheWeen definitely knew and is just trying.
The only bad thing, which again Jason can't control at all, is the internet is forever, and you are forever now on camera saying what you said. So regardless of me making this reaction video and spreading awareness that you're not involved, regardless of this video that we're reacting to getting however many views, spreading awareness, and you coming out and clearing out and apologizing and taking accountability, there's too many people on this earth. Like, there's gonna be somebody that's not gonna know who JasonTheWeen is, isn't, you know, has a job, isn't unemployed, and isn't chronically on the internet watching these type of videos, is just going to see that clip and is going to paint a picture in their mind forever. And they're not going to do the research to, you know, make sure that and see your apology and say that, no, I retract my statements, I spoke too soon. So this internet shit, that is the downside. There's really nothing you can do about it, but just hope that people would have the common sense and, you know, the maturity and give you the grace to be like, let me look into this and form my own opinion. But that's just not how this goes. The misinformation that is spread in 2026, bro, it's ungodly. Not to mention fucking AI. Like, come on, bro. It's GG's.
To defend his friend, in air quotes obviously, even though y'all can't see them, against the media and trying to save his PR as all of this stuff goes on. When in actuality, that's not the case. And it got so bad to the point that JasonTheWeen had to get on stream himself and denounce all of the old stuff that he said and said that he was not actually friends with David and only did streams with him.
Because the narrative that's been spun on Twitter. First off, I want to retract my statement. Obviously, the other day, I was defending David before all the new evidence came out. I do not condone anything that David has done or is doing. Okay, that shit is wicked and it's just unbelievable. It's been a lot to process. And one more thing, I want to say the girl that I met named Celeste at the FaZe house.
Oh my God. He met a girl named Celeste? What?
Is not the same Celeste that was RP.
And if it wasn't, this just shows how devious this nigga David was, boy. This nigga David was having other women named Celeste cosplay as Celeste to just make him seem like, oh, it's just a coincidence. Oh, it's a different Celeste that's underage, but no, my Celeste is of age. No, hold on, man. This nigga David was moving deviously.
That girl. One thing I also want to add to the David situation. I did not know anything. I'm not even close friends with David. I made a song with him. All right, I had dinner with him one time in a group setting, and then motherfuckers saying I'm best friends with him. No, bro.
Now, obviously, I'll state again that JasonTheWeen speaking out at all before a lot of evidence came out is negligence on his part. I'm pretty sure he knows. I'm pretty sure you as the audience knows. And he understands moving forward that he should not do that. But after stating to not only his audience, but the rest of the world that he is not condoning anything that David has done, he denounces him actually defending him. And he is not cool or friends with him because he doesn't even hang out with him off stream and only went to a dinner with him in a setting that was with more people. You would think that after all of this settled down, people would stop comparing or talking about JasonTheWeen having a connection with David at all. In all reality, that should have been the case, but it definitely wasn't. Still, more and more people were going on and on about JasonTheWeen still having some sort of connection with David. And something that was fueling a lot of this were these clipping pages, making fake posts like this. FaZe Jason is connected to both a pred and an alleged. What's next? Jason.
Oh my God, bro. Yo, this kick chat page is disgusting. Like, they are literally saying anything. Zero morals at all. Like, what? Yo, Elon, I know you with the free speech shit over there on Twitter, but like, bro, the nigga is just straight up lying. He's just making shit up. The person that posted this tweet knows that's not true. He knows it. But I guess it's worth it for 63 comments, 8 reposts. I mean, 57,000 views, but like, that's worth it to defile somebody's name and loop him in with some of the most evil and disgusting people on this earth? Come on, bro. Just for the next buck. I know you're making money. Kick Champ, I know you're making money. Like, did you really need the next dollar that bad in this fashion? These niggas ain't got nothing, bro. God gonna deal with y'all, though.
JasonTheWeen now regrets defending David after backlash he received. JasonTheWeen backtracks to "We were not friends" after defending David and calling him his best friend for months. Fans believe FaZe Jason knew about David's past with Celeste and tried to cover it up. FaZe Jason still hasn't changed his stance after defending David last week, even as new evidence proves him guilty. I should not have to explain to y'all why this is weird behavior. We have already talked about clipping channels and how they actively post misinformation on a daily basis. That's normally with crazy out of context clips with stuff that's not as important. While still weird, it's never on this level to an actual suspect that is going through a literal legal case and trying to pin a person that has literally nothing to do with it being involved in some way. But it reached a catalyst recently when Kick Champ posted something he probably regrets now after David was actually actually appearing in court because of everything that was going on.
Oh my fucking God.
What does this say? Or maybe he'll read
A
it.
lot of texts and phone calls back and forth were seen by the police. This is...
Bro, this kick champ person is disgusting, bro. JasonTheWeen was the closet person to David before his charges and could possibly be a suspect. 11 days before the murder, Jason performs live on stage with David at Coachella. A lot of texts and phone calls back and forth were seen by the police. 2 days after the murder, David dropped his album where Jason had already been tied to the promo circle, appearing in the music video for What Are You Waiting For? Filmed and released in late March 2025 with Pokemon. Like, bro, this nigga kick champ is out for blood. What is with bro? And let's see, he posted this. He literally just posted this a day ago, chat. April 20th, 2026. Right now I'm recording this is the 21st. April 21st, 2026. Like, he just posted this.
Actual defamation. Hope Rainbet's paying you enough, buddy. Hope Rainbet's paying you enough, buddy.
You about to sue him, ain't it? Sue the fuck out this nigga, Jason. Sue the fuck out this nigga.
I know exactly how much they're paying you too, buddy. Hey, they offered Ween updates bread too. Not exactly. Hey, it's not enough. It's not enough, but
JasonTheWeen was the closest person to David before his charges and could possibly be a suspect. April 12th, 2025, 11 days before, Jason performs live on stage with David at Coachella. A lot of texts and phone calls back and forth were seen by police. April 25th, 2025, 2 days after, David drops his album Withered, where Jason had...
Even if all of this were true, which maybe it is, maybe David was messaging Jason back and forth the day that he was gonna perform with him at Coachella. Like, is that really the craziest thing? If the police thought Jason was involved in any way, shape, or form, you don't think by now they would have had the nigga in handcuffs? They just picked up David, the one that actually did the crime. If they thought Jason was a suspect or an underling, they would have been picked him up trying to get more information on David. They would have been picked Jason up. So this is just misinformation in its highest form, bruh.
Already been tied to the promo cycle, appearing in a music video for what
I just read this.
Are directly involved with David's case, as they shot a music video with him acting out a...
literally just lying on the internet for impressions, bro. Sue who? I'm about to sue Kick Champ, bro. Enough is enough. This dude's literally just a weirdo, bro. Yeah, you're right. It's dead ass not even lies. He's just falsely accusing me of shit. Like what, bro? Yeah. Directly involved. Okay, bet. I bet. Nah. I'm saving this shit. Let me save this shit. Hey, Pokemon texting me back. Bro, I can't stream it more, bro. Like, bro, why is this like lying on me, bro?
What the fuck is he doing? Is he crying?
Literally lying. He's just falsely accusing me of shit that I'm not even involved in, bro. I don't feel good, chat. I don't know if I can stream tomorrow, bro. Just going through a lot right now, bro.
It's one thing to sit here and lie for a clip. A bunch of people do it all the time with fake captions, having clips that are like decades old, and saying the most outrageous things with literally no context in them. But something like this, in a very serious situation where actual victims and trying to pin a random person who just happened to collab with the guy is odd and weird, and leads to stuff like this with them threatening to sue, them actually going through with it. Not just JasonTheWeen, but in that clip, I don't know if you heard, he also said he was texting Pokemon to get her involved as well. And as of him saying that and a bunch of the clips going viral,
I know Pokemon, like, at least with Jason, he was in the clips. They just linking Pokemon to the shit. I haven't seen Pokemon not in one picture. Not that it makes a difference, but it's like, holy shit. These niggas was just putting anybody in them.
with him talking about suing, KickChamp, the actual page that posted all that stuff, took down not only those 2 clips you saw right there, but also took down a variety of other times he was talking about JasonTheWeen. If you go to his page right now, you'll basically never end up seeing him say his name even once, just out of nowhere, because JasonTheWeen threatened to sue him, which I understand trying to get money, but there is no way lying about something this serious is worth.
What I'm saying, it's like, bro, we know you making money, bro. You're already making money a million different ways, lying in a bunch of things that don't really matter. You had to defile a nigga and lie and link him to somebody that actually committed a real crime.
Weirdo, weirdo, weirdo.
The 3 cents you are going to get off of a Twitter paycheck. And it's not like this KickChamp guy hasn't done stuff like this before. He has lied on other FaZe members, like when he lied on Lacey for apparently not donating to cancer research like he said he would.
Like, how low of a person do you have to be to use cancer to clickbait to get impressions? You know how much of an actual loser you have to be to use cancer to clickbait for impressions? Like, that's sad. That's weird. Like, that you have to be genuinely, like, actually, like, I raised money for breast cancer because of my mom had breast cancer, and for a page to just like use that just to get impressions, and not only that but lie about it to get impressions, it's so weird. Like, I genuinely hope, bro, this page needs taken down, bro.
Clip pages have been a very big problem for a while now, with many other people making entire videos dedicated to the topic. But if we're getting to the point where we literally don't even care about what we're posting, and we are trying to frame people for being suspects in a serious case, I feel like we have lost the plot in this entire internet game as a whole. There is no way you care this much about getting $2 to $3 from Twitter that you are going to lie about something that is this serious.
Y'all let me know what y'all think about this one in the comment section, man. This is like the downside of the whole freedom of speech stuff, you know, that they pushing on Twitter, where it's like, me as a content creator, I like the fact that, you know, or I would love the fact that I don't want to be censored, but then it's like the reason censorship exists is because of people like KickChamp, bro. It's like, you give them an inch, they gonna take a mile. Oh, you have freedom of speech here. You can say whatever you want. Now we just straight up lying and just telling things that aren't true, connecting people to crimes that they didn't commit. It's like, bro, shit's disgusting. But love y'all, appreciate y'all, man. My name's Berto. Where you at, Berto? Join the Where You At family so you never miss a live stream reaction live on Twitch. Link to that's in the description. I want to see you there on the next one. I'm going.
Where you at, Berto? I made this shit look too easy.